There we are. Speak to you soon. Okay. So before I begin the main body of the conversation, I wish to pass on a private message. And this is for a lady that had a private conversation not too long ago. And for the sake of that person's privacy, they will understand a connection to the name Josephine. You are to express the words as a flow through from spirit. Not to be a written or planned or coordinated speech, but to be done in a state of spirit control or influence. The ability to express words and express energy stays with you. It need not be limited to just one. Be confident, and therefore your expression will become truthful. Now, let us carry on with where we are. So imagine that you are driving a car at a very great speed, far beyond what you would normally drive. Let us say double, or maybe even triple your normal speed, for some reason. Now, it is very important at this time to be focused on where you are going. Because if you focus on where you have been, then, of course, problems may arise. And one may not totally understand the direction that one may head by looking in the rear view mirror. Now, this, of course, sounds rather cryptic, as if it's about driving a car, but it is not. Much of people's lives will undertake a period of change. Sometimes the change is gentle, and sometimes the change is very dramatic. And if particularly one is following a spiritual path, then the changes that must occur can occur at strange times and in strange circumstances. And they must mean that there is a falling away or a clarifying of where they are. They may lose a relationship, they may lose a loved one, they may lose a job or career that they were once focused upon. But it is still very important to keep their attention of where they are going. Because if they look in the past, they will hold the past. And holding what was means they do not live both in the present and cannot manifest a potential future. Because they are bound to what has been done before, and there rises criticism, and a cycle of life can begin to repeat again. And with this cycle comes pain and torture. And they do not know where to put one foot in front of the other, because their mind is looking backwards and not looking forward. So if change is to take place for you, you should keep your aspirations on the path that you are going. Now, this is a very basic belief in mind control, or working with the truth of the mind rather than the falseness of the mind. And in times to come, I will help those who seek the help to how to use the mind correctly, so that they may know what they create and may create consciously rather than unconsciously, and therefore create a life that they wish rather than a life that they endure. Now, it sounds rather mystical or magical, but it is not. It is rather just simple understanding and the clarity that must be given in terms of the technique that they are to use rather than the way they use their mind at that particular time. So some time ago in private groups, I said to the groups that all the talks over a period of time, plus the private teaching, plus private groups, will all come together to join. And I suppose, in essence, this also is a joining to the clarity and understanding of their true self. And this will follow in the main body of the talk in a little while. And I hope to give you understanding in that talk of why circumstances are as they are now, and why we are guiding those who are destined to be guided into the clarity and understanding of their truth, for the full expression, not a belief and not for faith, but a full expression of spirit and spirit truth. This will become clear when we get to the main talk after the healing list of names. So perhaps it's appropriate now to accept the healing list and to work with those mentioned on the list. And if you could all join me and let your love be true for them, that you may give them the peace that they require, and for the shift in their circumstance, either in their mind or in their body, so that they may understand the truth of life that is not just flesh and bones, but so much more. So, Brandon, may I have the healing list now, please?
Ross, Karen, Rob, Susie, Abby, Aiden, Amanda and Alex, Karen, Jody, Ray, Eric, Stephen, Matthew, Mirabai, Marianne, Jody, Leonard family, Hallis family, Ross, Stacy, Lauren, Mistuki, Lisa Gunston, Asha, Rosa, Coulter, Melada, Craig and Amanda, Jody, Christina, Liza, Katie, Chris and Howard Wielden, Mike Eskins, Evie Johnston, Lorna, Jasmine, Ben, Harriet, Tim, and Daniel. Thank you.
Now, spirit, do not ever leave you. Even when you find a connection to spirit, we do not leave you. And in fact, our work then is just beginning. As we take people from the connection to spirit to full understanding of what spirit is, and we stay with you during all this time to lead you until you understand eternity. And that is the destiny of all spirit connection. You see, you seek the full truth, not just an expression of truth. So all too frequently, there are many that just reside in an expression of spirit and say that this is their goal and they have arrived at their destination, that they may be able to give love, give presents. Maybe they can give a message or a connection, provide healing, or even just allow peace to be with each party that's in the room. But that is still just an expression of spirit, and it is not the final destination. And here then you see the falseness, thinking that they have arrived and they know the truth, when in essence they have just scratched the surface. And if they express that they know the answer, at this time their foundations are weak and are liable to change. As they stumble from one expression to another, saying that this new way of expressing spirit will take me to my love and take me to the full expression of that love. But it will not. It just points towards the way that they must travel. So this false expression is never satisfying, but does give an indication of what must be done. The journey that must be walked, the outcome that must be attained. And to do this journey, one must have a guide at this point. There are many that can lead you to an expression of spirit, but there are a few which can take you from the expression in the truth of what is known. And that true guide must strip away what is in the way to reveal what has always been available and is the truth of spirit beyond the physical form. So there is a pulling away of that which is not in line with the new destination. And there are many who say they know nice and true words and may even be able to express those words. but there are few who can lead to what is beyond the physical self. The guide, the teacher, the leader, the one that is inspiring you to walk your path, must have walked the path before you. So they know the way that you must follow yourself. Now, this isn't to learn some new skill, but for you to learn what is true and to be the truth, not a nice expression of it. So the work may be losing what is in the way, and often there is forgiveness that must be expressed. But Spirit know forgiveness is a release to allow you to be true to who you are. And yet the human side of man fears forgiveness and perhaps looks at forgiveness as releasing one who done wrong when they should pay a penance. So man fears forgiveness and holds on to justice that is never delivered and only holds back the one who wishes to judge. Yet forgiveness is salvation and removes the pain that is blocking the flow and connection to the truth. Forgiveness must reveal love, not for the sake of the one that did wrong, but reveal love for the sake of one who is judging. To the one that judges now finds the truth of love. And it is this truth then which will enlighten the path of the one that walks. And yet man always puts in front of this connection to truth anything that it can. You may wonder why. If the beauty of love awaits, why does man build a dam to block the flow of love? Yet that also is based in fear of truth. Man often preferring pain to peace, and says that it is my job to suffer because of the errors I have made in my past. Yet you are absolved from that error. And the expression of release is what is required. And if you were but to release the love that you have into the world, then all you need is with you. So only hold what will stay with you for eternity, that is forever yours, rather than what is in the way of this expression. Come home to the purity of love and know that those that have hurt you in the past, are your path towards love. So offer them your forgiveness. And forgiveness will lead you towards the purity until you realize forgiveness was never required in the first place. As once you find that purity of connection of spirit, then all the exercises are no longer needed. They are needed for your side, your world, to wake up to the perceptions of my world. You are there to wake by removing what is in the way to your awakening. To bring together the three aspects of being. And so that it all becomes one in the presence of love and unity and the eternal. And yet man prefers the pain and says, I must endure. And they think that they must endure like one nailed to a cross. Yet there is no need for a cross or nails if you just wake to the purity of where you are. So the three parts of time, the past, the present, and the future, all become one in the presence of love. It is not a special time for you to find spirit, because it is any and every time you can find spirit. There is no one that is more special in spirit eyes than another. And yet in your world, you make one to be great and one to be avoided. It is the seeing through the form into the eyes of truth beyond the form that you realize that God exists in the other as well as in yourself. Spirit is in every direction and is with you at all time, and does not leave you and provides just the learning you need. But you must keep your eyes on the prize. It is all too easy in your world for your mind to drift into the past and say, look what occurred, and hope for a future which will never arrive. But you must fold down time to live in the present moment and know that the beauty of self is here now. So I have guided many people and a group presently into the ability to love oneself. Which the human world says it is almost impossible to do. Yet once shown, You can do that in an instant. And when the love for oneself is within the being, because it always is in the being, then the love must flow into a new style of life. One's life changes from drama to peace. It changes all around you in terms of your family and your friends and your outlook on life. Do you not then bring spirit into the life of others? Not by preaching, but by being the example that life needs you to be. And when you can give love to another, maybe in its simple form of gratitude, the easy form of a smile and an appreciation, then what you have created is the creation of unity itself. Does not their world change? Does not their life change? Do they not wish to create for themselves the purity of peace and love? So does not love flow from above to all avenues below through ones who are willing to be open to the flow of love? Does not the mind feel more present and more alive? Doesn't the heart then allow the beauty to be present at all times in all moments? There is no thought of the past and the present when there is true love in the being. And yet man says this must be a 1 in a million occurrence, that I can bring love and affect the lives of others. And yet that love will flow through man with kindness, with gratitude, with presence, and for the benefit of another. Now, you were given a mind that you could use in any way that you wished. And that mind is what creates the world that you see. And if the mind is clear, then what is created is what is pure and what is true. But if you use that mind to create what is not pure and not true, then you will live the life and watch the life of the impure, the tainted, where you can use the mind to have an enjoyable time. And as you create identities all around you. And those identities will have trouble in their expression of the purity if you are not pure yourself. to their lives also, created on the way that you look at them, means that they do not find their own salvation. So you should be the light of truth. Do not look at your husband, your partner, your friend, your workmate with anything else than truth. Do not put false expectations on them. And know that underneath all their aches and their pains, they are the truth of spirit as well. And the way that you judge them is an expression of the forgiveness that you must give to yourself. As you judge them by your own difficulties of what you haven't released towards yourself. So if you think they were in error, what is the error that is in your mind? Why do you look at them that way? Forgive yourself. Love will be in your heart and you will see them as love, or the love that you truly are. And then you, your mind, your life are all just a flow of that true connection. And when you find that true connection, what is the point of forgiveness? It has done its job. So bring your tolerance, bring your patience, bring your openness and equanimity. See all as an expression of spirit. And your beauty can be seen once and for all. So this work may begin by, or with, something fairly simple. It is not difficult. It is simple. To begin your work with the love of yourself. Allow love to be in your being. Hold the three parts of time together. And then the three states or aspects of being also come together. And then you are the pure diamond, only believing in the present moment. The mind is true and pure. You create the life that you wish. You achieve the goal which you put 100 years into the future right now. You feel the presence of everything right now. And because love is complete unto itself, nothing more is needed, and life becomes true. So pick a person that you are in error with. And heal the pain that's inside you because of that. By allowing the love to be in that pain. And if you bring then that love to that mind, your anxiety, your regret of yesterday can exist no more. And you move beyond the touch of spirit to being spirit. You move beyond the need to give a message or to pass on energy to just being the expression of spirit. And your foundation that you then lay is pure and true, cannot be shaken, cannot be removed. It is then with you for eternity. So you do not seek the expression of truth, but the being of truth. And once you are that being of truth, the expression will take care of itself. And life becomes centered right on that present moment. And if you have that love in your heart that is eternal, is there any doubt you have found the true spirituality? If you come out of what is eternal to sit in the pain of yesterday or the anxiety of tomorrow, you have lost your spirituality. So do not look backwards. Know where you are. Bring the expression of your truth now. Does not need to be created tomorrow, but now. Love now. Tomorrow will take care of itself. And then you move through your periods of trial and tribulation. And you are the essence of reality. So even if your body is in pain, even if the world around you is disjointed, the presence of self-love is always available. Do not build a dam to it and block it from your life. Let it be now. Enjoy the truth now. And your healing then will become so much quicker until it does not matter anymore, because the love is more important. As you hold on to what will never leave you, rather than the body which will come and then go. So be guided by this truth through one who is an expression of truth. and come to know the eternal life. God bless you all.